Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Bring some beautiful peace and calm into the space before I begin, because my last video y'all, I'm good, okay? Let me just, I need to sage my fucking YouTube channel now. Anyway, I got these yesterday and I'm so excited to start using them. But welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Nirvana and I talk about lots of different things on this channel. I mainly try to make sure that the information is helpful at the very least. But yeah, so look forward to a video of just the sound of these things. Look forward to that. So this video is going to be about, like I said, my breast lump and how I got rid of it. It just vanished, right? So let's just start with, I actually didn't even intend for this, right, to happen. I set out to do a cleanse on March 1st. And so with that, I basically wrote out my own regimen. Like I don't necessarily look and see what people are doing. I just, and it's not because I feel like, what people are doing is wrong. I just always get the motivation for what I need at the moment. And so I decided I wanted to do 21 days of just like a self-love, like a deep self-love, a cleansing, ritual until the 21st, which would actually fall right before or on the spring equinox. So we are clearly not at the 21st yet, right? And already like miraculous things have been going on. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about those miraculous things that have been happening, and what led to that, and the jewelry I'm wearing and how that also played a part. There will be some pictures of all of these things that I made, and the crystals and stuff that I used, and what the purpose of this whole activity was for. So let's get into it. Basically, I've realized that for the past 2 years, I've been getting what people would call visions, or, receiving messages from somewhere. I don't really give it a name because I don't claim to know where these messages are coming from. But these messages have always been very, very helpful to me. And so I can now differentiate my inner intelligence from just mental chatter or just the noise. I've built a very, very strong relationship with what people would call higher self, inner knowing, clairsentience, whatever you want to call it. There's a million names for everything here, but I like to just keep things simple. So I believe it was maybe 3 days into this month, something really wild happened. I believe it was on the 3rd. So on the 3rd, I remember waking up and just feeling like different. I mean, it was the strangest thing, honestly, that I've experienced up to this point. Like, I woke up and felt like a different person. I felt like something else has entered my body. It's still my body, but there was like a different consciousness inhabiting my space. And so that day, even my vision was super clear, like my actual eyesight. I wasn't foggy. I had this high energy. And like I said, this was only one day into my cleanse. So I was doing intermittent fasting, which is basically, for a few days, I've only had water and like lemon water, up until maybe 12 or 3 p.m. And then I would have a dinner. at the end of the night. And I cheated once. I had a ice cream, those ice cream sandwiches. So like I really wasn't doing anything crazy with my diet, right? And so then after that day on the 3rd, I remember getting a vision or a message to start brushing my body, right? With something like this. I don't know, right? And so when I was walking through Rite Aid, I saw it. And I just got the vision to brush my body, that like I was clogged, and like that this would help me like declog. Like, so I was getting messages about my lymphatic system. Now, I never really, I won't say paid attention to my lymphatic system, but it's not like it was something I ever really thought about until the 3rd. So I go to Rite Aid and I'm just like, okay, I'll buy this brush. Let me see what this is about. So I go on YouTube, trusty old YouTube, and I Google dry brushing or brushing lymphatic system, all this. And I came across a video, which I'm actually going to link in my description because it makes no sense. I can't actually show you how I do this because I do it naked. And I don't have a bikini to put on to like demonstrate when there's already a video. I'll just link the video below to show you how I brush my body, how I've been brushing my body since possibly the 4th, I would say. And like I said, I had no idea like what this meant or anything. So I started doing it, and I realized that our lymphatic system is like our foundation. So like, even though I've done cleanses before, even though I had stopped using a whole bunch of toxic products and deodorants and all these things that might affect our lymphatic system, and I wasn't as active as I really should have been, basically this is unblocking your system. And so the reason why women get these breast lumps is because, well, for one, you know, women who wear bras and underwire bras, you're not allowing that circulation, you know. And so if you're not allowing the circulation to work, and you're using toxic deodorant, and your lymphatic system isn't getting any, you know, stimulation, things are going to accumulate there. And I kind of feel like that's partially the reason for these fibroids also. And so I said, okay, whatever, you know, I'll try it. I remember I noticed the lump like probably 2 years ago. And I know this is going to sound really strange, but like I didn't worry about it. Like something told me like, just don't, like, I didn't feel any fear over it. You know, I feel like even then I had some strength in my inner knowing, and that things were going to be okay, and that I was going to resolve this, and I was not about to go to a doctor because I have issues with that I'm not even going to go into. So, you know, I'm not telling nobody not go to the doctor or go to the doctor, because I'm not even going to tell you to do something that I ain't even do. Okay? So just take this information, go within, and ask your higher self or innate knowing what you need to be doing. Okay? So I was using frankincense oil on it, you know, and I feel like it shrunk it, but it was still there. You know what I'm saying? I still felt it. And I was just like, okay, I had put in the ethers, you know, a while ago, like, I want to get rid of this and I'm going to find a solution. And I think that's what happened. It was, I guess, like an answered prayer, or whenever anytime I have an issue and I truly go within and want to solve that pain, it gets solved. That this is it's a recurring theme the past 2 years, including me and my sobriety presently. with this whole cleanse, there should be no kind of drugs or alcohol or toxicity, anything going in your body. I even purchased some natural skin lotions and body fats, topical animal body fats. And I've already recorded the review video for that, so look forward to that this week. And I also have a video series that I will be discussing marijuana, drug use, addiction. Like, I'm going into all the levels of that, which affects people's spiritual body, which will be your etheric body, whatever you want to call it, your physical body, and your emotional body. So, I'm clearing out all these bodies at one time. You know what I mean? And so my regimen basically was body brushing. Then immediately after the body brushing, I would do some kind of high impact activity. I would get on my treadmill that's back there, even if it's walking, but I work up a sweat, because the thing is that once you start digging into your foundation of your body, shit is going to come up and explode, very literally. I had 2 explosive episodes emotionally this past week, which freed up so much from like my root chakra, because I've been focusing on my womb primarily since the first. And I'm noticing massive shifts, okay, in my life as far as emotional things is concerned. And that's a part of what that last video I uploaded was about. It was a very explosive, emotional release that needed to happen. I've been taking lots of nature walks every day. Stretching, lots of stretching. My flexibility has gotten a lot better. High impact dance, twerking, which is something I'm not going to get into right now, but like that is so pivotal to your root chakra, especially as a woman. It's been so demonized and like overly sexualized that women feel ashamed to do it, and that's a part of our blockage in our wombs. You know what I mean? It's twerking frees up that energy blockage, that space, that's there. And we have to really begin moving our bodies and for ourselves. And so I was doing lots of high impact dance, African style dance, lots of intense body shaking. You know what I'm saying? I would visualize that I was literally dancing off the blockages within my womb. So like hip thrust and like belly dance type movements, like I said, things that are deemed sexual or that are being exploited. We have to reclaim that power and energy for ourselves, because I cannot tell you how I feel right now. Like, it's a need every day. I have to move my body in these intense ways, and I feel the space clearing. And so I feel like my fibroids are next. I already took pictures of them the end of last month. And so I'm going to keep going with this, and I'm going to keep working on my womb and giving my womb self-love, which I will get into, making jewelry, being creative, because that's our creative center, our wombs, you know what I mean? And so our wombs and our breasts, they carry, that's where all the toxicity of stress and life ends up, in our wombs or in our breasts. And that's where we get these lumps and these cysts and all these things, because we're not getting rid of it. And our lymphatic system, I'm getting that it's at the root of that. So forget whatever you're doing. Like, our lymphatic system is blocked. Like, we need to focus on the foundation, on the root. And so that's what I've been focusing on. Another thing I did was meditation. And during my meditations, I would envision my level 10 self. So, as far as like drugs and alcohol and all these things, when I would see my higher self, that person is not engaging in any of that shit. You know, it's not even like my own personal ego judging it. That's just when I get visions of my future self. I'm not engaging in none of that shit, right? I'm at a whole balance homeostasis. And so I was just basically professing that I love you. You know, we say I love you to other people, but do we actually look at ourselves and hug ourselves and say I love you and say your name? So I would say I love you, Nirvana, and I would feel this, even saying it right now, like I feel something. You know, I feel something really deep. And so I do that every day. So I made a pair of waist beads for myself, spiritual waist beads for my womb. I won't be showing them because they're actually only for me and I don't want any other eyes on them. But I know most of you know I used to make waist beads. And so I made them out of rose quartz. So it's like a really long band of rose quartz that basically covers the whole bottom portion of my womb. I use the aventurine and tiger's eye. All of these things are grounding, and I also bought a rose quartz stone that I use and put on my womb while I'm wearing the waist beads, doing my meditation, going into, you know, the space where I feel needs healing, which was my breast and my womb. So I feel like with everything I've been demolishing, basically habits, addictions, everything, I'm feeling the healing now in my physical body because I've dealt with the trauma in my emotional body. So I feel like I had a really hard crash on the 11th. This was another, you know, like I said, expect for things to get kicked up when you're working on your root chakra. That's your base. That's where a lot of women carry their traumas and their pain. And so you may go through like a depression. You may feel some depressive feelings. Like I felt some really intense depression on the 11th. I mean, very extreme. I mean, lots of crying and lots of purging. And I feel so much better after that. I feel like I released and let go a lot of things. And so when I woke up and was feeling my boobs, I was like, holy shit, it's actually fucking gone. Could it be that serious? I mean, that simple. So I suggest, you know, get you one of these brushes. You know, everything else I'm mentioning, like I said, is extra. But get yourself a brush and look at the video below. Begin doing this. Make sure you're drinking lots of water because it's like fanning a dusty rug. You gotta open a window, right? Shit gotta be able to pass through, you know? So that's basically it today. A lot of the crystals I've been wanting to use, that I have used, was hematite, aventurine, rose quartz, tiger's eye, and some black freshwater pearls. So like if you see this necklace that I have on right now, this is a skull, because I believe skulls are representative of transition and new birth. And these are tiger's eye, and these are black freshwater pearls. And this whole long black thing is a tourmaline with hematite, which is extremely great for warding off like 5G energy, all this artificial shit from your phone. And so I made myself a bracelet also. This is a hematite bracelet with lapis lazuli. That's for psychic attacks, which I've been psychically attacked. We won't get into that right now, maybe another video. But I didn't expect this video to be so long, but I did want to just kind of give as much information as possible about this. Being creative is super important, ladies. Being creative, like I made all of these necklaces and jewelry pieces for myself, You know what I mean? And doing things for yourself is just super, super, super important. Even if you have to carve out literally 5 minutes for yourself to meditate and listen to some, you know, focus on you and your self-love. You know what I mean? Because we are our wealth and we have everything we need, okay, to be healthy and happy here. I'm so hungry. I've been juicing a little bit. But that'll be all for today. If you have any questions below, please, we can continue below. If I can attach these photos to the end of this video, I will. If I can't, I'm sorry. If you would like for me to make you one of these necklaces, this is tourmaline. And this one is tiger's eye and black freshwater pearls. My IG is Nirvana B. I will only be making a few of these. I actually made one and sold one already. So if you would like something like this for just protection, it'll be cleansed and all of that. So you all be well, and I'm great. I feel fabulous, and I hope that you are all doing well also. And I will keep you guys updated on my stories in IG, the progress with this cleansing and self-love that I'm doing until the 21st. I'm not even there yet, and already miraculous things have happened. So you be well, and please subscribe for more videos like this. Later. Hey, so quick update. My Instagram is shut down. So, yeah, I don't know. That, like, it just literally happened. So, I'm just gonna move on with my day and not think about it no more, because I'm not gonna let these entities that's trying to siphon my energy and all my high vibrations get on my nerves. Because I feel like that's just a sign that I need to create my own platform, or create like a consortium, get a group of people together to invest in our own platforms, because these platforms are not going to get any better. They're going to become more oppressive and more ridiculous. So yeah, have a good one.